In the event of an emergency evacuation, please follow these guidelines. If you are seated in the lower rows of level 100, please walk down the stairs to the floor, proceed through the nearest portal, and exit the building. For the upper rows of level 100, walk up the stairs to the concourse and exit through the nearest doors. Those seated in 200, 300, or loge seating, walk downstairs to the concourse to exit through the nearest doors. Elevators will not be in service, but event staff will be available to guide and assist you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this day represents a milestone accomplishment in the lives of our students. Please remember that this is a formal academic ceremony and appropriate decorum is expected. Please be respectful throughout the ceremony and remember that the focus of this evening is our students. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the College of Social Work's graduating class of 2022. Please rise for the academic processional, led by the College Marshal, Dr. David Patterson, the University of Tennessee Knoxville Provost, John Zomchik, and the College of Social Work Dean, Lori Messenger, and members of the college administration and faculty. Once again, good evening, and welcome to Thompson-Boling Arena and this evening's commencement exercises. Graduates, you are asked to remain seated during the ceremony and return to your seats after you have crossed the stage. At the conclusion of this evening's ceremony, all our graduates will be escorted up the stands to the concourse level of the arena. Guests will not be allowed to come to the arena floor. We begin this evening's ceremony with the singing of our national anthem. Please remain standing and join Joel Brown in the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner, accompanied by our pianist, Dr. David Brunel. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Please be seated. I would like to take a moment to welcome you. But I also want to acknowledge our pianist today, Dr. David Brunel, who is retiring this year. And we so appreciate your service to this university and to our college, so thank you. My name is Lori Messenger, and I have the pleasure of serving as Dean of the College of Social Work. On behalf of the faculty and staff at the Knoxville campus, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the College of Social Work's Commencement celebration. We gather this evening to recognize all of our students who have successfully completed their PhD, DSW, MSSW, and BSSW social work degrees. Like many of you, this is my first College of Social Work commencement. It took 3 years for me to get here. Maybe it took a little longer, maybe shorter for some of you. I think we can all acknowledge that we faced many challenges along the way beyond the day-to-day expected challenges of school, like reading, writing papers, doing presentations, maybe a little bit of group work, internships, research projects, portfolios, taking comps, or doing your defenses. It took muddling through a pandemic, confronting personal losses, confusion, frustration, and fear. We faced a resurgence of racism and discrimination, police violence, political unrest, and strengthening social and economic divisions. We struggled in classes, in our communities, and in our workplaces to find ways to relate to one another, to talk across our differences, to bridge the chasms in our language, our understandings, and our experiences. In short, it hasn't been easy. But here we are at a new moment, one of accomplishment, of recognition, and of a threshold to a new future. Dorothy Height, one of our most renowned social workers and civil rights activists who served as president of the National Council of Negro Women, is quoted as saying, "Greatness is not measured by what a person accomplishes, but by the opposition they have overcome to reach their goals." Y'all, I think this means we're on our way to being pretty great. You've completed all the requirements for your degree, but if you're like me, many of the lessons you learned during this challenging time go beyond what you got in the classroom and the field. I'll tell you a couple things I've taken away from the last few years that I'll bring into the future. Perhaps they'll inform you as well. Hope is perhaps the hardest and most important thing to maintain in our lives. As social workers, we often encounter people individually, in their families, in organizations and communities, in some of the hardest times of their lives. We see ways that systems seemingly conspire to block access and disempower. We face a future that is full of ambiguity. We have to maintain our sense of hope, which both fuels our belief in the possibility of individual growth and sparks our internal fire for system change. And how do we do that? Well, Parker Palmer draws on the lessons of spring to remind us about how hope works. He says, "Spring teaches me to look more carefully for the green stems of possibility, for the intuitive hunch that may turn into a larger insight, for the glance or touch that may thaw a frozen relationship, for the stranger's act of kindness that makes the world seem hospitable again. There is beauty, kindness, and growth all around us all the time. We just have to recognize, nurture, and sustain it through feeding our sense of hope. You give me hope. Seeing your incredible accomplishments, the lasting friendships you've built, the skills you use in your work, the creative ways you think through a problem or an opportunity and develop a response, you are my spring. I hope you see this potential and possibility in yourself as well. My second big takeaway from this time is the necessity of being in community with one another. Social activist Dorothy Day could have been talking about our time when she wrote, "We have all known the long loneliness, and we have learned that the only solution is love. and that love comes with community. When some of us were cloistered away when COVID first broke out, while others were venturing into settings where everyone was hidden from one another by barriers of cloth, plastic, and glass, we thirsted for connectedness. We called our family and friends, set up Zoom groups and Facebook and Instagram chats, made silly TikToks. Did y'all see my TikTok? It was pretty good. Even sat outside in the heat or the cold just to maintain this kind of community. And we learned that it's not just about being together, but being together with our whole selves, honoring the whole selves of others. We also know that this collectivity is how social change happens and how social justice is achieved, by being empathetic speakers and compassionate listeners, by showing up and being present, and by working together to define and realize shared goals. As you pursue your next set of opportunities, please remember, you are Vols for life. You will bear the torch with a spirit of hope and a commitment to community together. Congratulations, graduates. Dr. David Patterson, will you please join me at the podium? Dr. Patterson is graduating too. He's embarking on the next phase of his professional life, known as retirement. He began his career with the College of Social Work on August 1st, 1991, serving 31 years on the faculty. Is there anyone here who wasn't born yet in 1991? Can you raise your hand? It's all good. He was named the Cooper Heron Endowed Professor in Mental Health Research and Practice. He co-founded and served as the director of the Doctor of Social Work program and was the founding director and principal investigator of the Knoxville Homeless Management Information System. He has served as the university's faculty liaison on the UT Faculty Assembly. His research and teaching have focused on evidence-based substance abuse treatment, health, and homelessness in Knoxville and Knox County. During his 31-year tenure in the college, Dr. Patterson has been involved in outreach for social justice, human rights, mindfulness practice, and mental health. I am very pleased to announce that Dr. Patterson has earned the rank of Professor Emeritus upon his retirement. This is a significant achievement, and on behalf of the college and the university, we express our sincere gratitude for your 31 years of service. Please join me in wishing Dr. Patterson a very happy retirement as he looks forward to the next chapter in his life. Congratulations, Professor Emeritus Patterson. Absolutely. I'd also like to take a moment and recognize other longstanding faculty members in the college who've retired in the past 3 years but haven't had a chance to be acknowledged. Dr. John Wodarski, Dr. Sherry Cummings, Dr. David Duper, Dr. Frida Heron, Dr. Marlise Stout, and Ms. Becky Jackson. And now, I would like to introduce Jessie Bayer, BSSW Class of 2022 representative.
Thank you, Dean Messenger. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us in celebrating our graduation from the University of Tennessee College of Social Work. As I stand before you, I'm still in awe that I was given the great honor and privilege of addressing you all tonight. When I began writing this speech, I had no clue what I wanted to say. I found myself asking, who am I to be addressing our graduating class? What right do I have to speak with authority about anything? It finally dawned on me what was happening. Imposter syndrome was taking over. The Oxford Dictionary defines imposter syndrome as the persistent inability to believe that one's success is deserved or has been legitimately achieved as a result of one's own effort or skills. With the sudden revelation came a flood of words and ideas, and I sincerely hope some part of this speech will stay with you as we begin our next great adventure. Today, I want to remind each of you that your feelings and fears going into this next phase of our lives are valid. It's hard to not feel like an imposter when we have existed solely within a society that places so much emphasis on performance, achievements, and success, specifically in comparison to others. And it's hard to not be scared of what comes next, even if you simultaneously feel excited. While that is all valid, I also want you to realize that your participation in today's ceremony is evidence as to why each of you deserve to speak with authority, to be paid the same as your coworkers, to have a seat at the executive table, and to have your voices heard. Because as of today, to my BSSW class, we are now social workers. There is something to be said for the power that has been bestowed upon us alongside our new title, and that is, as the old saying goes, with great power comes great responsibility. Today, and maybe this weekend too, celebrate your achievement and success, but tomorrow, or Monday, remember that you now have a duty to uphold our code of ethics. And that entails being ready to advocate for others and stand up for change at every point on the micro to macro scale. Change, particularly on the larger end of the scale, tends to be difficult and has the innate ability to make people uncomfortable. So when you inevitably find yourself in the awkward, uncomfortable position that social workers always have a knack for finding, I urge you to remember that change is rarely a painless process. Thus, if being uncomfortable for a time can result in a better environment where everyone feels welcome, wanted, and valued, then I suggest that the pain and discomfort are worth it. And when that time comes that you hesitate to stand up because you find yourself asking your version of the question, what right do I have to speak with authority about anything, that you remember that your position is one of power, and the success that brought you there is deserved and was achieved legitimately as a result of your own skills and efforts. Thank you. Dean Messenger, would you join me at the podium, please? On behalf of the Bachelor Social Work Organization, we would like to present you, the college, with a gift to be used for the Undergraduate Scholarship Fund.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much. Great job. Great job. Thank you, Jesse, and our thanks to the BSSW class of 2022. I would now like to introduce Jonah Freed, MSSW class of 2022 representative.
Thank you, Dean Messenger. I'd like to begin with congratulations. The achievements of graduating and belonging to the social work profession are certainly worth celebrating. Though we've each had distinct experiences, challenges, and triumphs, our graduation is the result of an enormous amount of work and commitment. And I invite you all to take a moment to honor and appreciate all that you did to get here. Of course, achievements such as these are not possible alone. Let us also collectively pause to experience the gratitude that we hold for the professors and staff at the College of Social Work, supervisors and colleagues at partner organizations, program participants brave enough to share their experiences with us, fellow students, family, friends, and loved ones. We have benefited and learned a great deal from being in relationship with one another. Today also invites reflection. And throughout this program, I have found myself continually reflecting on hope. I must admit that there are times in my life that I've abandoned hope. One of these times was in 2016, approximately a year into my Peace Corps service in Peru. While I witnessed strength and flourishing living in Peru, the work also exposed me to significant inequity, injustice, and suffering, and I've wrestled with the concept of hope ever since. I imagine these experiences and feelings are familiar to many of you. In my case, the repetition and pervasiveness of many of these experiences in that first year in Peru shattered my perception that the achievement of social justice is inevitable. Thankfully, by that time, I was finally heeding some of my father's book recommendations. And that year in Peru, I read Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates. And in the book, Coates writes to his son, "You are called to struggle, not because it assures you victory, but because it assures you an honorable and sane life." Coates' meditations on hope and struggle have guided me since. Thank you, Mr. Coates, and thanks, Dad. Coates reminds us that whether in the presence or absence of hope, struggle makes itself available as a reliable companion. Since then, in difficult periods of my life, and including in times that I felt hopeless, I found that there is a profound peace available through engagement in righteous struggle. And I encourage you to look for it should you ever find yourself in a hopeless place. I want to conclude by thanking all of you for your bravery. We share a career that demands deep engagement with struggle and human suffering, while too many others are too quick to avert their eyes. Each of you brings unique talents and contributions. And looking out on all of you today, I'm filled with a great sense of hope for our shared goals. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Jonah. I would now like to honor our students who are veterans, as well as all veterans attending today's ceremony. Would all veterans please stand? The red, white, and blue cords worn by these graduates today honor their service to our country and represent the colors of our flag. The white signifies purity and innocence, the red, hardiness and valor, the blue signifies vigilance, perseverance, and justice. We thank you all for your service. You may be seated. I would now like to invite Dr. Javonda Williams-Moss to the podium.
Each spring, the Chancellor's Honors Banquet is held to recognize students, faculty, staff, and friends of the University of Tennessee for their extraordinary achievements. As I call each of your names, please stand and remain standing until all of our honorees have been recognized. Our first honor is the Top Collegiate Scholar. This honor is awarded to top undergraduates who exhibit extraordinary scholarship and hold the highest GPAs in our college. Our recipients this year are Fatima Alzarai, Reagan Dodson, Melinda Franklin, Linda Harbin, and Emily Kawakowski, Abigail Long, Emily Norris, and Melanie Stout. Congratulations. Our next award is the Extraordinary Academic Achievement Award. This award recognizes undergraduate students who exhibit extraordinary scholarship. Our recipient this year is Jessie Bear. Congratulations, Jessie. Please join me in a round of applause for these outstanding students. I would like to now invite Dr. Reagan Shriver to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Williams-Moss. Congratulations to all of our graduates. We are so very proud of every single one of you. Each year, the Cornerstone of Recovery Outstanding Clinical Graduate Award is given to an MSSW graduate. Our recipient this year is Adrian Garcia. Adrian, will you please stand and be recognized and remain standing? . Adrian has demonstrated exceptional competency in clinical work with individuals, groups, and families. And after watching her on her little square in the Zoom sessions when we were teaching class over the pandemic, I believe she's quite a cook too, but that's beside the point. She's also demonstrated a commitment to the MSSW Code of Ethics, a commitment to the principles of social justice and economic justice, and interest in a career in treating substance abuse in a mental health setting. Congratulations, Adrian. We're so proud of you. I would now like to recognize our MSSW students who are the recipients of the Rhoda O'Meara Award. Would Charlie Burchett please stand and be recognized? This award recognizes outstanding performance in academics and field placement, as well as commitment to public services. Congratulations, Charlie, on this amazing accomplishment. And also, thank you for being a bit of a parent to the rest of us all during this program. I now have the honor of inviting Dr. Camille Hall to the podium.
So congratulations, graduates, on your accomplishments and making it to this special and memorable occasion. I would now like to recognize the recipients of the Outstanding Student Leadership Award. This award recognizes current undergraduate, master's, and doctoral students for their service, commitment, and contributions to their student organization and/or program in the college community. Emphasis is placed on academic and conduct standing, as well as growth and development of the student leader for their involvement with their organization or program. When your name is called, please stand to be recognized and remain standing. The PhD student recipient is Crystal Scoresby. The DSW student recipient is George Dupuy. The BSSW student recipient is Jesse Bayer. Please join me in a round of applause for these students and this extraordinary and unique recognition. I would now like to invite Dr. Doug Cosworth to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Hall. Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to all of our exceptional students on this momentous occasion. It's my pleasure to announce the Excellence in Student Research Award. This award recognizes outstanding research accomplishments by our undergraduate and graduate students. Recipients of this award are identified for quality of work while conducting specific tasks on a research project, conference presentations, journal publications, and chapters. The work demonstrates originality, creativity, and independence. Students, please stand to be recognized and remain standing when I call your name. The PhD student recipient is Melody Huselage. The DSW student, student recipient is Chin Young. The undergraduate student recipient is Ariana Hill. Please join me in a round of applause for these amazing students. I would now like to invite Dr. Javonda Williams-Moss to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Coatsworth. Congratulations to our fabulous and incredible students. Of course, we have the best students ever, and I am so excited and so proud of all of you all. We are proud of you for achieving your accomplishments and your dreams this evening, and honored that you have chosen social work, the best profession ever. Anyway, the College of Social Work's Leadership Council created these newly established awards to be presented to our outstanding faculty. We asked our students to nominate and vote for faculty recipients, and I have the esteemed pleasure of recognizing our very talented and distinguished faculty members. The first award is the Inspirational Teacher Award, which recognizes faculty, community-based adjunct faculty, and doctoral student instructors that have demonstrated exceptional contributions to the fulfillment of the education mission of the College of Social Work. This award highlights outstanding classroom performance, impact, creativity, innovation, and overall effectiveness as an instructor. And as everyone knows, students will tell the truth, so these are legitimate awards. When your name is called, please stand to be recognized and remain standing. The faculty recipient of the Inspirational Teacher Award is Professor Christy Hickman. The community-based adjunct faculty recipient of the Inspirational Teacher Award is Bree Conklin. The doctoral student instructor recipient of the Inspirational Teacher Award is Dorothy Wallace. Congratulations to all of you for your well-deserved recognition. You may be seated. I would now like to present the Excellence in Faculty Student Mentoring Award, which recognizes an outstanding mentor of undergraduate or graduate student. This award highlights faculty mentors who support, encourage, and promote a positive and inclusive academic environment for our students by contributing to the professional and personal development of students inside and outside the classroom. Please stand and be recognized when your name is called. I am so pleased to present this award to Dr. Lisa Zottarelli. Congratulations, Dr. Zottarelli, on this outstanding achievement. Let's give all of our faculty members another round of applause.
Thank you, Dr. Williams-Moss. I would now like to recognize all of our outstanding faculty on stage, as well as our adjunct faculty, field liaisons, and field instructors who have dedicated their time, compassion, and hearts to our students and the college. Please stand and be recognized. And now the time has come that we've all been waiting for, where we recognize each graduate individually. Please hold your applause until all students have been presented. That's never going to happen. And we don't really think it is, so we'll try and pause after each name for a little bit of a cheer. But please remember, we want to get through this today. So I'm very excited. Mr. Charles Prim will now present the PhD, DSW, MSSW, and BSSW graduates.
The PhD graduates will be hooded by the PhD Program Director. Would Dr. Gretchen Ely please come to the lower stage? John Stacy Elliott. The DSW graduates will be hooded by their capstone chairs. Would Dr. David Patterson please come to the lower stage? Chin Yang. Chris McFalls Steger. Would Dr. Doug Coatsworth please come to the lower stage? Cheryl Lundy Bingley. Would Dr. Sharon Lizzie Boland please come to the lower stage? George Dupuis. Would Dr. Ann Conway please come to the lower stage? Portia M. Granger. Would Dr. Camille Hall please come to the lower stage? Lamara Nadia Davis O'Neill Henderson. Michelle Ann Matalozzo. Would Dr. Courtney Cronley please come to the lower stage? Anna Wolf. Would Dr. Lisa Zottarelli please come to the lower stage? Brett Edward Herb. Would Dr. Phyllis Thompson please come to the lower stage? Christopher John Gunther. Christina Anna Stabile Kais. The MSSW graduates will be hooded by Dr. Reagan Shriver. Darren Hoyt. Jonah Christopher James Freed. Taylor R. Fell. Hillary Dalton Edelman. Rebecca Marie Gilmore. Destiny Bajay Hewling. Layla Wael Abid. Jamie Adams. Laken Hart. Ashley Jade Kleinman. Jennifer Davis. Elise Ann Lowe. Jacqueline Kaylee Marie Collins. Alyssa Jacqueline Garbian. Adrian Marie Garcia. Sonia Jean Louise Colno. Caitlin Elizabeth Barger. Jessica Lee Douglas. Mary Amelia Goodnight. Brianna Nicole Berry. Dorothy Elizabeth Martin. Amy Elizabeth Lundgren. Mackenzie Burge. Miranda Woods Bingham. Stephanie Larson. Sarah Alyssa Fox. Sarah Lynn Gaillard Brown. Lindsay Nicole Yaremko. Miranda Brooke Dalton. Kirby M. Baldridge. Dylan Keith Butler. Benjamin Lee Keeler. Mary Amanda Adkins. Rachel Blackaby. Shayna Chapman. Christy Lynn Maples. Sarah Mazalkowski. Yvette Krupansky. Amanda Elizabeth Castile. Madison Grace Denny. Barry Joe Gooch. Catherine Harris. Peyton Nicole Fossey. Charles Randall Burchett, Jr. Kayla Ruth Anderson. Caroline Ruth Davis. Melissa Joy Courtney. Michelle Bruning. Jadelyn Marie Janine Green. Maya Brianne English. Kristen Janae Moore. Alex Plaxco. Emily Essex Yarnell Schmidt. Timothy Machado. Roger Allen May, Jr. Jenna Mangalinden. Michaela Lick. Rose Patterson. Tara Jean Whitmire. Madeline Roberts. Madison Georgia Ann Mead. Stacy Bolden. Kara Devon Painter. Bethany Leanne McMurray. Emily Ray Martin. Beverly Richardson. Ariana Martin. Jessica Ann Stein. Eric Zayas Jr. Samantha Woodcock. Erica Williamson. Lawrence Welch. Melissa Watson. Courtney Denise Walls Cook. Cameron Lee Scott. Nikki Marie Rodriguez. Alyssa Marie Isbrandt. Tina Marie Unger. Autumn Phibbs. Emma Mae Timmons. Bridget Lauren Wolfenbarger. Amanda Joan Pinkert. Kinsley Thomas. Hannah Catherine Shear. Beth Ann Sprouse. Michaela Owen. Selena O'Neill. Sarah Rovier Scott. The BSSW graduates will be greeted by Dr. Robert Mendrup. Jessie Allison Baer. Ashton Marie Swafford. Summer Ray Hunley. Sophie Richards. Olivia Dowling. Paola Diane Gomez. Maggie Kelly. Anna Carolina Higgins. Emma Ray Ritchie. Amari Ratliff. Haley Michelle Goad. Amanda Nicole Devine. Chantel Danae Fleming. Katie Elizabeth Carrick. Abigail Marie Phillips. Madison Taylor Jones. Tracy M. Rehor. Emily Dawn Hurley. Jonathan D. Hobbs. Marlon Ramon Wade. Laura Elizabeth Harbin. Ashley Kell. Samuel Paul DiMartino. Jennifer Sims. Emma Grace Blackman. Kathleen Pierce. Courtney Myers. Demi DeBusk. Beatrice Elise Scripp. Emily Grace Schubert. Catherine Elizabeth Cry. Macy Kendrick Reinhardt. Catherine Tessa Bauer. Shelby Burrow. Hannah Roberts. Rebecca Warner. Emma Marie Shaver, Jamie Laconi, Megan Chantel Lay, Melanie Corinne Stout, Fatima Alziri, Samantha Noah, Amanda Jane Walker, Caitlin Ruth Brandon, Caitlin Marie Gregg, Emily Brownell Norris, Tanya Pettis, Celine Macy Hughes, Ariana Lane Hill, Morgan Alexis Hill, Aaron Riley Johnston, Alexis Michelle Weaver, Nicole Huber, Autumn Lindsay Vaught, Anna Grace Bronze, Shaylin Corinne Ballard, Hannah Lynn Hopkins, Emily Rose Kwiatkowski, Abigail Long, Claire Kelly, Matthew Gold, Sarah Grace Dodson, Destiny Phipps, Leanna Hager, Kara Price, Reagan Dodson, Priscilla Elizabeth Powers, Morgan Amber Roberts, Madeline Renee Miller, Lakia M. Comer, Aaliyah Kenise Maples,
That's what I'm talking about. That was wonderful. Graduates, I know that you've been waiting a long time for this moment, and I want you to enjoy it. As a reminder, when the ceremony ends, all graduate and guests are asked to exit up the stairs to the concourse level. And now it is my pleasure to welcome Provost John Zomchik, who will conduct the conferral of degrees and conclude this evening's ceremony. Provost Zomchik, on behalf of the College of Social Work, I would like to thank you for conferring our degrees today and for your ongoing support for our college.
Thank you, Dean Messenger. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Dean Messenger talked about community earlier on. Did y'all feel that? Did y'all hear that cheering? I did. We are so proud of you. We are so happy that you're here tonight. We are so indebted to you for your dedication to all those who need help in our world and our society. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for being volunteers. Now, graduates, we've arrived at that part of the ceremony that I know that everyone here has been looking forward to. When I confer your degrees, please move your tassel, undergraduates, acknowledging the transition from student to graduate. Not yet. Oh, not yet. Wait. This is indeed a special moment for all of you to celebrate your hard work and your dedication. Degree candidates, please stand. Your presence this evening demonstrates that you have completed the work and the requirements for your degrees. On behalf of the state of Tennessee and the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degrees for which you have been recommended. Now, undergraduates, move those tassels. Absolutely. I second that. Congratulations again. Please be seated. That certainly wasn't for them. I hope that was for me. I hope that you remember this evening. I hope that you remember your time here on Rocky Top. I hope you carry away with you pride in being volunteers. Most of all, I hope you return to our campus. I hope you come back, pass by the torchbearer, and remember that of all our graduates, probably none more than graduates of the College of Social Work embody the volunteer creed. You truly do bear the torch for others, to shed the light for others, not worrying so much, I'm paraphrasing, about yourself. And for that, we're all better. We're all better for you, and we're all in your debt. So celebrate yourself. Celebrate your hard work. Think about what good you will do, and we will all think about what good you will do as you leave us. But remember, come back. So we'll close our ceremony tonight with our tradition, and that is the singing of the alma mater for the first time as alumni for many of you. So please stand for the alma mater and remain standing for the end of this evening's ceremony and faculty recessional.
Stately walls of old
Congratulations again to everyone here this evening. So this is somewhat of a new tradition that we started last year when we commenced in Neyland Stadium. And that is, graduates, we get to lead you in a cap toss. So at my direction, let's toss your caps as high as your arms can hurl them. Family and friends, let's all cheer as loudly as we can. Not yet. Have you heard the saying, small but mighty? The College of Social Work might be our smallest college, maybe not, but it sure is mighty and it sure is loud and it sure feels good to be here tonight. All right, graduates, are you ready? Let's count down. 3, 2, 1, go Vols!